It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busting. Then check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet I Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. But it say live and level, live and level. We on the MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level. What's up, people? This is your boy Levelhead, and this is another Live and Level Gamers podcast. We are back. It's been a minute, but we are here to get it in with you. This is E3 2019 weekend. Stuff is kicking off, and we're about to go live right now. What's up, people? Let's do it. Anyway, I ain't got no claps. What's up?
You had a lead in like that. Didn't have the claps ready and follow behind.
Right. I don't have them, man. It's been so long. I ain't got them up, man. I ain't got my other tab down here. So, but what's good, folks?
Oh, is that for us or is that for the people?
That's for you.
We rusty, man. It's been a little minute. My bad. You kind of.
It's been about how many weeks now? It's been
it's been a little minute,
wow. We about as rusty as the Warriors is right now.
Ooh, Lord, them boys.
We ain't that rusty. We ain't gonna be 3-1.
Man, just happy to see this.
Look, don't get mad at me, man. Let me enjoy this.
I'm not mad at you. This is your time to enjoy it.
Let me enjoy this misery. Anyway, man, when Kawhi and them went up and Kyle Lowry went up that 3-1, I was like, boy, this is crazy. I wasn't expecting that, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's over, bro.
So anyway, if you in the live chat,
that's a cyborg. That is not a human.
Terminator.
That is a Terminator.
Man, y'all don't gas up Kawhi like that, man.
Bro, he's used to shut LeBron down. Don't do that.
He never shut LeBron down.
Hated Kawhi. You know that.
LeBron did get a ring against him now, K-Ball.
And then he stopped it next year. He put an end to it.
LeBron team was not the same.
I don't do that. Don't do that.
What was it not? Anyway, we ain't here to talk about no NBA.
Ray Allen won him that championship.
Ray Allen didn't win his championship. The team was a team effort. It's not one person.
Ray Allen saved LeBron, but go ahead. I digress.
You sound like Skip Bayless now. You sound like Skip Bayless. I'll tell you the truth. Come on, Skip. Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that, Skip. Come on, go.
If it wasn't for Ray Allen, they wouldn't have won the championship.
They would not have won. That's cool, though. It's all good.
I mean, that's like saying the Lakers wouldn't have won if Ori wouldn't have hit all them shots he hit. So, I mean,
and that's a true statement.
And you can say the same thing about John Paxson, Steve Kerr, Chicago Bulls.
Thank you. See, that's why I have you on this show, D2K. You bring such truth at the time of needed help.
But it's just like Shaq said. He was like, it's you got to have your superstars, but you got to have those others. And to be them others that show up in the championship game.
You got to.
Right.
And Golden State has no others right now.
Yeah,
nobody shoot. Good Lord.
Yeah, you had to do that. But anyway, man, this is the Live and Level Gamers podcast. We are back. It's been so long, but hey, I can explain. I had a lot of things taking place. I had a death in the family, which took me out 1 week, and then my birthday, then my anniversary. So I can't be choosing to get on these podcasts with you guys over the wife and family. And so, hey, it took 3 weeks to get all that kind of taken care of. So we back. I hope that y'all are ready to get into this. Who we got in here right now? Dark Sun Rider is in the building. Sorry, Dark Sun, I don't have my claps, but
that is sad.
Welcome to the show.
That is sad.
That is terrible, but that's not gonna have to do tonight. Anyway,
gotta do what you gotta do.
Right, gotta do what you gotta do. So E3 has kicked off. EA was yesterday. We just got done watching Microsoft. I see that y'all like the little who was that? Anyway, I won't bring that up. I won't bring that up.
My business
I
out there,
keep
bro.
that. I keep that up. I keep that private.
Don't do me like that, bro.
Don't do it. Don't. I heard it. I said, don't do it, Level. Don't do it. Anyway, we enjoyed a little bit. So we're gonna talk about that.
Some diversity on the screen. I can say it like that. It was nice. Some nice diversity.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that, but we got to catch up, folks. Because it's been so long. What have y'all seen? There's been so many movies out, so many different things out. Have any of y'all got out to see anything between the last time we was on and today?
2 movies.
What you seen, D2?
Well, the first one was Godzilla, King of the Monsters, of course.
Okay, I'm with you.
And the second one was John Wick 3. Saw that last week, Thursday? No, it's Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday, okay. Like I said, if y'all in the live chat, man, I see 3 people. Go ahead and sign off and let us know you're in there. Yeah, I seen those too. So that sounds cool. I seen those two.
I didn't get a chance to check them out. So
okay, we can't spoil it.
Endgame.
Do you want to see Godzilla? King of the Monsters?
Nah, you can spoil that to your heart content.
No, I ain't finna spoil. It's actually a pretty good movie. I thought I enjoyed it.
I'll catch them on DVD, so I'm not.
Don't you be fire sticking that. Don't you be fire sticking that.
I was supposed to catch up with you that weekend and catch John Wick with you, but we just couldn't.
Yeah, man. We went and saw. We actually went over to Edwardsville over there in Illinois, man, and watched it. So,
that'd have been too far for me. I'm sorry.
Well, we was gonna come y'all way. It was about the same distance, but when you said the wife wasn't feeling good, we didn't want to push it.
She went down for no company.
Yeah, we got over there and we would have been get out now.
No. She would have said in a nice way, like, don't y'all got somewhere to be?
that kind of, I'd rather say get out. I just, make me have to figure out what you're trying to say. Anyway, so I did get a chance. Now, when we went and saw John Wick, I didn't like the particular screen they had us in.
Okay.
I'm a little spoiled. Where we at here, we got really good screens and really good. The surround sound was amazing, but the screen was small. It was petite. It was on some stuff I could have got that experience at the house. That screen looked like it was maybe 100. Oh, hold up! I'm getting interference, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all hear all that?
Yeah, when I went to see John Wick 3, I had a small.
Shut that door.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 110-inch screen. It wasn't, I'm used to like 150, 160, 170, 200, something like that. This thing was like backyard, sitting in some seats with your family. I wasn't happy with that. But Godzilla was an IMAX screen when I went and saw that.
And I'm so mad because I did not get the chance to see it in IMAX. And I was going to go try to see it in IMAX on Thursday, but then they said, no, this the Dark Phoenix starting today. So we put that
trash?
IMAX. Yeah, that trash.
Yeah, we ain't going to talk about that. Somebody asked me, was I going to see it? I said,
not even worth the conversation.
They said, are you going to see it? I said, no. I wouldn't even waste $5 on that movie.
You know in that movie that Magneto and Xavier is supposed to be around 60-something years old, right?
So they look younger than the original Magneto?
Bro, they look like the same age as they were when they first started First Class.
No, I thought they look older. They look younger than the original 3 X-Men.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember how Magneto used to look like he was 80? Mm-hmm. That was Gandalf.
Yeah, that was Gandalf.
I was like, man, why y'all got this shriveled up raisin playing Magneto, man? That's why I hate the movie.
He was good, Magneto, for me. I'm sorry.
No, he was not.
I enjoyed him as Magneto.
Visually, K-Bomb, I can understand.
Not visually. Obviously.
Visually,
I enjoyed him playing Magneto. I'll just say it like that.
I didn't.
I did.
He could have been Magneto's voice. It should have did what they did with Darth Vader, gave him the voice and put somebody else as the body, man. That was horrible.
Just walk on the page on my TV. Okay, my screen.
So let me ask D2K this and then we'll move on. So You say you saw Godzilla King of Monsters first. How did you like it?
Well, you know, I'm a Godzilla fan, so obviously, it's gonna have to be something really, really catastrophic for me not to like it. I Let me put it like this: if you are somebody that's never really watched the Japanese Godzilla movies before, or you're not really a fan of monster movies or kaiju films in general, you would go to this movie and say, "Well, no, it was the monster fights were cool, and the special effects were cool, and the cinematography was cool, the music, good music, but that acting was that acting was just too cheesy for me to get over it."
Even Bobby Brown.
I'll get into that in a minute. The acting was just kind of like, ooh, and well, it was just okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna be right back. Go ahead, you two.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was okay. Now, if you are a kaiju fan, and especially if you are a fan of the Japanese Godzilla movies, this is the movie that you have been waiting for since you first fell in love with kaiju films or Godzilla films. No matter what age that was, whether you were a little kid, whether you were an adult, when you first fell in love with Godzilla movies, you said, man, if we could see a Godzilla movie just like this, but with modern special effects, boy, I'm telling you, that's what this movie is. This movie was like a love letter to anybody who was a true Godzilla fan.
That's dope.
I know the Michael Dougherty, I think that's the name of the director, did a fantastic job. There was so many callbacks to some of the movies, so many different Godzilla movies, to where you're going like, oh my God, they did that. They put that in there. They put this in there. Oh, look at that. Everything they did, just even the musical cues, like they used the actual Godzilla theme, Japanese theme music, but they remixed it to a modern version of it. They used Mothra's theme music. They used Godzilla's actual traditional Japanese roar a couple of times in this movie. They didn't do it a lot, but just a couple of times they use his actual roar in here just to mix it up. And I'm like, and they did with Mothra as well. I'm like, man, this was amazing. But King Ghidorah, though, man, that thing was woo. I mean, you got a monster that's so powerful that he literally, when he flies, he creates a Category 6 hurricane.
What? Say what?
Yeah.
I know about that.
They were looking at the satellite view, and they're saying, "Oh, this big cat! You see this big, huge." It's almost like that movie, The Day After Tomorrow. We had those big hurricane things. It looked like one of those things moving towards the Eastern Seaboard, United States, and it's like, "Oh, this big hurricane is coming." It's like, no, that's not a hurricane. That's King Ghidorah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So in the fight scenes were great. The Easter egg at the end opens up a huge cornucopia of things that could happen in Godzilla versus Kong. Things that happen in the movie can lead to that as well, but I won't spoil any of that for anybody who hasn't seen the movie. But it's definitely worth your money. If you're a Godzilla fan, go see this movie, even if it's not in IMAX.
Right. I agree. I think I could have did a little less humans. Hold up. I'm just steady getting interrupted. Hold up.
Well, that's what I was going to say earlier about Millie Bobby Brown's character. From the trailers, it seemed like it was going to her character was going to be more important in the movie, but she really wasn't. She was kind of superfluous in the movie. She was basically like a pawn between like her father, which is one of the main protagonists in the movie, and her mother, who was the main antagonist in the movie. So her role was not really clearly defined, so to speak. Nah. It just kind of was like she was just kind of there. Ice Cube's son was in the movie too, and
he was. You almost forget that he was in the movie. Like,
yeah.
But I feel like they had just a little too much human dialogue, human story. That sometimes you just want them to kind of pan out and let you see the action full fledged. Instead of like when King Ghidorah, that's how you say it? King Ghidorah and Godzilla was going at it. Is it Ghidorah? How you say it?
Well, it's you can say Ghidorah or Ghidorah.
Ghidorah. Okay,
either
Ghidorah.
or.
When they was going at it, like the way the trailer depicted it, it was like, man, but when you saw it, it was slower, a lot slower. But and then they didn't that pan out that they had in the trailer only lasts for that part. And I wish they would kind of let you see them two go at it like as if you was watching a boxing match, rather than seeing it from the angle all the time of the humans who were spectating and watching. And
yeah, I know I see what you're saying. There was one scene where it was like almost like a John Wick type shot where everything was like one continuous long shot where they were showing the monsters fighting each other from the humans' perspective. You see the humans on the ground scuffling around trying to escape for all the fallen debris and stuff, but you would rather focus on the monsters than them. And it was a neat shot, but I didn't come here to see them. I came here to see Godzilla wreck shot.
Right. So that would be my only dislike about the movie. The storyline really don't matter to me because you ain't there for the storyline. The storyline don't have to make any kind of sense. Just free these monsters up and let them just wreck some stuff for an hour and a half. That's all you really want to see. And they had that. I mean, dude, the size of Ghidorah was ridiculous, man. When he spread his wings, dude, he towered over Godzilla.
Yeah.
And to see what was the one lava?
Rodan
was that was a dope scene when he flew over the city, and you know what happened. I don't want to kind of you saw that in the trailer when he flew over the city, and then it was just his wing flap literally just tore up everything in the aftermath of that force just blew up and he was literally blowing stuff off the earth, and he was chasing a plane, and it was just, dude, it was cool. I enjoyed it. And I was like, man, I'm enjoying this a little more than I probably should. So,
and it starts off right away. It's not like the other movie where you had to wait an hour before you saw Godzilla, and then it cut away for another 30 minutes for human exposition, and then Godzilla literally was only in the movie for 11 minutes. This movie starts off right away with Mothra. Right away. No. This first it starts off with showing what happened in the last movie with Godzilla from a different perspective. Then it cuts to Mothra.
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
It was good, man. It was real good. So I enjoyed it. And then so John Wick, real quick, what was your thoughts, verdicts on John Wick 3?
Well, that's definitely a rated R movie, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That is a most rated R movies that you can get. I mean, it was bloody, it was gruesome. I mean, it was some gruesome things that just were completely unnecessary, like the ballet scene.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I'm not
going
to say
about
that just ugh.
It was kind of I guess unnerving and a little uncomfortable to watch that scene. Yeah, that scene was uncomfortable. Go ahead.
Yeah, and but it's, I mean, looking at it in hindsight, I would say the movie was okay. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was like, okay, that was nice. It was pretty good. I mean, I think that some of the action scenes lasted just a little bit too long. I think that some of those like long action shots, they could have cut that down just a little bit.
Okay.
That's the only gripe, other than the fact that what we talked about in the group chat about the fact that Halle Berry's character was kind of superfluous to me, even though she was getting down in terms of her stunt work. I mean, all you saw Halle Berry doing in this movie, she did that. No strings, no wires, no CGI. She did all that stuff. Yeah, she went and actually did the training, same training that Keanu Reeves did. We'll talk more about him later. Same training that he did for the movie, the gun training and everything. So she was cold doing that. But it's like everybody in the movie, they so cold-blooded as murderers and warriors, whatever, that they don't have to get angry. Everybody in the movie is chill. Even while they fight, nobody is like going, they're like, yeah, that's cool. I'll shoot you, never kill you. cracking jokes in the middle of the fight and stuff. and she's all like, ah, the whole movie. Like, go to the bathroom, finish, take a laxative or something, man. You know, that just got on my nerves a little bit. But other than that, it was all right.
I would say, to me, the drawback for John Wick 3 is you can tell that they only are making these movies because of the success of the other ones. Like, the storyline to me wasn't well thought out like the other two. The other two storylines was great to me. This storyline kind of took you on like, man, this is going, you really don't know where you want to go with it. So you went so extreme in the other ones, you can't go less extreme. So you go in a direction that to me took away from the story because it got a little, I don't know how y'all feel. Going back to what I was saying about the Halle Berry character, that whole part could have been cut out of the movie because, like you were saying, they didn't know which direction they wanted to go. But for what he wound up having to do in his movie, that Russian lady could have told him that. Yeah, like it was just like
he had to talk to somebody to talk to somebody to talk to somebody.
Right. It was like, man, and it just got the storyline. Just the action was fine to me. I liked Halle Berry. Me and you talked about that. I had no problem with Halle Berry. She was a little angry, a little on the edge all the time, mad for no reason. But but I had no issue with it. My only issue was the actual story. Like the story just wasn't as fun as the other stories. I mean, they tried to make it deeper. Then you killed my dog and you stole my car. And I think that narrative, it was because you doing all this because you killed because your dog got killed, and it's more than that because the dog was a gift from his wife and his wife is so it's got more to it, but It was that simple. But this movie tried to get too deep, and the depth that they added to it made no sense. I don't want to ruin the movie, but outside of that, I enjoyed it. Maybe I was watching it too late and I was a little tired, so my attention span wasn't and tolerance wasn't high. Because it was like 10 o'clock when we finally got to see it.
No, you spot on.
So that was my take. I was like, man, this time, why he going here and presenting this and doing that and going over here and presenting this and doing that and then he lose this? And I'm like, just fight the people then because you still fighting them. You know what I'm saying? Skip all this and just kill them. You John Wick.
And then they did all that stuff, and then at the end, it didn't even really matter because of the decision that he made.
Right? Yeah. So they could have cut all that mental fluff out and just let them be on a wild rate chase to survive, and it coming back to Anyway, we don't want to talk about story, but overall, I enjoyed it. Look forward to watching it again and giving it a better assessment and better take on it because I was, like I said, me and my wife was watching it real late, but it was gory, K-Bomb. It amped up the gore. Like that scene when they was fighting and he was throwing them
Ginsu knives.
I was like, man, I don't be hurt, man.
That was my favorite part of the movie. That was tough.
Yeah, that was dope. But anyway, we gonna spend 30 minutes. We ain't even gotten to the E3. We talking about movies. So before we go into the E3 stuff, K-Bum, you've been quiet, so I'm gonna start with you. What you been gaming on?
Hold on, we don't get the music.
I ain't got loaded. I don't feel like.
Where my song at?
Oh, hold up. Oh, on it. Man, no, go ahead, man. Go.
What you been gaming on?
Go ahead, man. I got that, bro. You're making me do too much. Go ahead.
I was ready for my song, man. That's my little jam now.
Let me see. See, I can't do it. I ain't got my stuff up there.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I'll get over it. So what I've been gaming on? So mostly I've been playing 2K. I've been playing mostly that. I have been playing outside of that. I have been playing a lot of MLB baseball game.
Okay.
Still playing that. Look, they got a little story mode where you play as not story mode, but a little single player mode where you play just as your creative person, and then you go through several seasons with just him. So I'm in like my 4th season playing with the Cardinals and so on. So that's pretty cool. Been doing that. I did pop in a little Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I played a couple games of Overwatch, and yeah. I don't know, man. It's just Overwatch. I thought they fixed it, man, but it gets so toxic so quick in that community, man. Trying to communicate and play over voice chat, and it's just got real toxic real quick, and it just made me not want to play it again anymore. So it was, yeah. So did that. So that's basically it for me. Just playing 2K. I told you I've been done with Madden for a while now. I'm just playing 2K basketball. Sorry, it's the same thing. 2K baseball and Overwatch, but just very sparingly, man. Kind of done with that. I may pop in, just play without the headset and don't talk. But yeah, people get real bad real quick.
Okay. D2K, what you been gaming on, bro?
The usual stuff. I mean, playing my favorite game of the greatest game that ever was made, Slime Rancher. Playing a lot of that. I'm excited because they actually have DLC coming out next week.
Oh, legit?
Yeah, it's a new.
You know what time it is? It's time for-
There we go.
Go ahead.
There's a new. It's like a new. I forgot what it said. There's a new part of the game coming. It's a whole new area to explore, and new creatures and new abilities and new costumes and new machinery and all kinds of stuff. So that's gonna be tight. I've been playing Dragon Ball Fighters story mode on that. I haven't really cracked it open to see what's going on in terms like the playing online.
It's time for what have you been gaming on?
What is
I'm
going
listening.
It's playing in the background.
They're just playing in the background.
on? I forgot what I was going to say.
My bad. I'm throwing you off. Go ahead.
I've been playing that and just having fun with that. I haven't really touched Street Fighter V since I bought it. Since I played it the first day that I bought it, I'm not really that interested in playing it because, the first time I played it, I don't know if it was like that for everybody else, but it just something wrong with that game. I just can't put my. It just
what game is this?
Street Fighter V.
Okay.
It just doesn't. It's.
You can tell that it's on one system, and it I ain't gonna say it's not Street Fighters, but it is missing some type of. It's missing the heart, the soul of Street Fighters.
Well, to me, the heart is missing is the accuracy in the gameplay. It's like I'm doing moves and I'm sitting the whole time. I'm saying to myself, "Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working?" And, it's stuff that works in every single Street Fighter that I've ever played, regardless if it was for the original series, the Alpha series, Street Fighter Third Strike. The Capcom crossover games, even the EX games, even the Capcom versus SNK Chaos, the Neo Geo version, where you have Ken and Ryu on the Neo Geo console games. Even so, another company's making Street Fighter, and the same things are happening. And in this game, it's a simple overhead punch, a simple overhead kick doesn't connect. And it's like, what are you doing? What?
It's a delay. It does have a delay to the button input to what you see on the screen, and it's lag. It got a laggishness to it. I mean, I could pull off the moves fine, but to me, it just don't have the same feel, the same life, the same heart that other Street Fighters had. And I don't want to say it's because it's on the PlayStation 4. I don't think that's what. I just think Capcom kind of threw together something and kind of went more graphical and not really focused on the actual game itself.
Yeah, the hitboxes are way too small. Too small.
So I'm with you on that. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Well, for me, man, I've been still on that Guacamelee. I'm on the final boss. and I'm enjoying that. I plan on copping part 2 when I finish this. I think I'm gonna pick up part 2. I also played what did I play? I was about to turn on that PlayStation 4 and play a Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but I still haven't done that. And I plan on getting Mario Maker 2 here soon. So when it comes out, I think I'm gonna pick that up. But outside of that, that's all I've been gaming on. Anything else before we move into the actual subject matter of this evening? Okay, well, let's get it in. So we are here to discuss E3. We have gotten a chance to see EA press conference. We just got done watching Microsoft. Is there another one taking place now? Is there another one?
Bethesda.
Oh, we ain't got to watch that. That ain't gonna be about nothing. Am I wrong for saying? I don't think it's gonna be about nothing. So, which one do y'all want to talk about first, man? Out of these two, EA. Let's go in the order that they showed up. So let's do EA first. So, who here seen EA's 2009 press conference? I could put on Bethesda right now, actually. Go ahead.
I did not.
You didn't?
No.
What about you, K-Bob?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, give me.
I only saw. Thing is, I only saw. I think the first game and.
Can y'all see that?
Yep.
Okay, that's this is Bethesda. But go ahead.
Yeah, I only saw the first game, and I think I saw the second to last one, which was I saw what was that? The Star Wars game, and then Madden. That's the only ones I really care for. And then I actually saw FIFA too.
Okay.
So I don't know. I know they talked about Apex Legends, and I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't see all of it. So man,
I want you to give me your opinion about it. What did you think, man?
To me, it wasn't a press conference. Like I didn't feel like a press conference like I would traditionally for like how Xbox is doing it, or how Bethesda and other guys are doing it. I didn't. To me, it didn't have that feel. Oh, it didn't have the feel of a press conference. You know, it not the same. It was. You know what? What it felt more like to me? It felt more like when IGN or GameSpot, when they actually bring a developer on and talk to them and have them show the game in the background. That's what it felt like to me. Okay. To me, it felt like an actual wow your socks off. This is the brand new game. These are the killing graphics. This is and it felt like that to me. It felt like just, hey, some developers sit on stage. Hey, tell me about your game. What does it do? What you're doing this year? What's new? And show some gameplay if you can. That's what it felt like to me. So I didn't judge it on the stance of it being a press conference.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
I got you. It was trash, bro. Let's just be real, man. Oh, man, let's stop, man. Let's stop. EA was trash. That was trash. The first game that they showed, Mr. T, shout out to Mr. T. Was it Mr. T? Yeah, it was Mr. T who did a video on
video,
yeah, a video on
one of those videos.
He did a video on EA's press conference, and they was showing the Star Wars. What's the name of that game? Star Wars
Fallen
Order, and he put a side-by-side comparison of Uncharted 4, and I promise you, it's like they literally ripped Uncharted 4 gameplay and put a Star Wars facelift on it. The way Nathan Drake swung is the exact same. He, like when he swing on the vine, it was the same. The way he climbed was the same. The way everything was the exact same. Like these dudes just literally took Nathan Drake, Uncharted 4, put a Star Wars skin on it, and made it a single player. And the graphics was worse. Uncharted 4 is how many years old now? At least 3-4 years old.
Three.
I think it's about 3.
Yeah,
maybe
and,
2, but think about 3.
and they literally looked worse than stuff that came out 3-4 years ago. This game looked worse than it. So that was horrible. That whole thing was horrible. And then they showed what was the next game they came on the stage with?
I think Apex was saying.
Apex Legend was born. It was trash. I like this is they was talking so much about stuff that we ain't here at E3 to hear y'all talk about. That's for people who are so into the game that they want to hear that stuff. That's for the developer inside look at the development and developers and what they talking about. That ain't E3 stage.
No.
So it was too meticulous. It was too drawn out. It was too bland. And then they went to, I think, FIFA. I was done. I cut it off until Madden came on because at least they gave us the luxury of knowing what was coming on when. So I was like, oh, wait, at 1:30 this is coming on. So I cut it back on when Madden came on. And Madden was pretty cool. I give it that. The little hot thing, the little like your player get hot. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, K-Bun. You a Madden guy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But go ahead and take over. What did you think about?
No,
what
it's
did
like
you think
the 2K,
about that?
it's like the 2K thing where the zone, X zone, the X Factor.
Right.
I like what they're doing right now in the new Madden. I love they're bringing RPOs into the new Madden. I love that they're trying.
Go ahead, finish. I'll be back.
Well, okay, I'll say RPOs, but if you're not a football person, you have no idea what I just said.
Run pass option.
Thank you, sir. Run pass option into the video game, which what it is you can run one play that you can either run the ball on or pass on. That's something that is, if you pay attention to NFL, maybe you won't see it, maybe you won't be able to pick it up. But that's something that the NFL is doing more and more and more. Just like how the no huddle offense became popular in the early 90s. The new theme is run pass options.
Yeah, used to be, that kind of was like Kaepernick kind of made that popular.
So Kaepernick was doing more of a read option type of thing. He was doing more of a read option. That they've gone away from Kaepernick because what they're doing now with the run pass option is that the quarterback is not the option to run. He's either hand the ball off or throw a certain type of pass. That's what they're doing now. They're so that the quarterback isn't the person that has to run with the ball. So they're trying to change it away from the Kaepernick thing, but still have that option to either pass the ball into the same down or run it.
Okay.
So
it's more or less like they, instead of, I mean, how is that different from an audible?
Because you're running the same play regardless. You're not audible into it. You're running both the pass play and the run play at the same time, and the quarterback reads what's open. So
right. So
audible works is that you come to the line of scrimmage, you get a pre-read on the defense. You see they're either blitzing from one side or they're running from one side, or the coverage is cover 2 or cover 3, and you at the line of scrimmage you say we're running this play. We're going to run 25 power. We're going to run a quick slant, right? And that's the play that you run. But with a run and pass option, you always have both plays running at the same time. With audible, you usually say we're running 25 power, or we're changing this run play to a pass play, and you run the pass play.
So everybody on offense is aware that this could be a run or a pass, and they're already set up to do either or.
So yes, absolutely. So the offensive line carries off as if it's a run. The running back runs it as if it's a run, and only the wide receivers who are targets in the passing play run routes. Everybody else is blocking.
So wouldn't that limit the formations that you can actually use in that option?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. I mean, it's so diverse, man. The way that NFL actually works now.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this actually talks a little bit about in the new plays, the run pass option, and what they have. I mean, it's real NFL concepts, and you can run pass option out of any set. I mean, you're not limited. Especially if you're thinking about like the Rams and all the motion they do with their pass plays, and it's totally changed the game. Who does it the most right now is the Chiefs, and why sometimes they seem so unstoppable It's because they're running 2 plays at once and they're reading off how you react. If you don't check the backside slant, they run the stretch to the opposite side. If that backside linebacker jumps and runs against the stretch too fast, he throws the slant behind you. It's hard to cover everything. And that's what that run pass option gives you. It stretches the defense, so it makes that linebacker stay at home a little bit longer, and he's unable to help out on the run, which opens up more and more lanes for the running game. That's one of the reasons why they're so hard to stop.
So you feel like the Madden game is going to be good?
This year, I am really liking what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I am really liking what I'm seeing. I'm still holding my judgment until I get my hands on it, because this last Madden 19 was a step back.
Okay. Now my thing is, okay, this hot player, like this, almost like he's on fire from NBA Jam type.
Mm-hmm.
How's that gonna play? Because is it based on the player you use, or
yes, absolutely.
So you got to be using this player to get him into that zone where he's in the zone.
Yes, and every zone is not equal. So there's only 50 players that are going to be given that special ability.
Okay.
Only 50 players, and that special ability is going to correspond to how they perform in real life when they get into the zone. So it's not like some arcadey type of thing where they just make up stuff that you'll never see on Sunday. What they're allowing him to do is stuff that, like Mahomes, his special ability is he's able to throw the ball even further than he can normally. And if you talk to any football player, if you get into the zone, you can do even basketball players. You can hit when Curry get in the zone, that boy can hit all kind of shots. And the same thing with a quarterback. You get in the zone, you throw that ball anywhere and hit somebody in stride. So, and the same thing with like Aaron Donald, when he's in the zone and when he's hot and he's killing that offensive lineman, he gets into the zone, he can cause pressure on the quarterback while still being blocked. He can cause the quarterback to throw the ball as if he's under pressure while he's still being blocked. And that's something that Aaron Donald does. Just because he's on the field and he gets close to you, he can have you throw a bad pass. That is absolutely football stuff. When people are in the zone, they get hot, and they see him like Khalil Mack. When he see unstoppable, he don't got to touch the quarterback. If he gets close enough, that quarterback's throwing a bad pass because he's worrying about him. That's football. That's nothing arcadey. That's not nothing new.
Okay. What's up, brother?
Did you miss me?
Yes, we did.
Okay, Varnell.
All right, now we talking about EA right now because we don't have much. We about to leave EA alone because it wasn't nothing really worth talking about outside of Madden. Was there any other thing that you liked about EA's press conference?
Yo, when they when they was going to talk about, I turned it off. After I saw what they was going to talk about, you know how they had the little thing on the side, and the next thing that was popping up was like Apex Legends after, I think, Star Wars, and I was like, I'm good. I don't need to see the rest of this. I don't even care what they're going to talk about. I don't even know. I have not watched one trailer for Apex Legends or any other thing they talked about outside of that. So.
You didn't miss nothing, man. You didn't miss nothing at all. Real talk. I mean, I'm peering into Bethesda's here every night.
FIFA did look nice though.
Man, but look what they look. Okay, I'll give you that. FIFA did look nice for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. They basically giving the Switch the game from last year with some upgrades. I don't get EA when they practices with Nintendo, but I ain't here to argue that and fuss about that. But I mean, yeah, FIFA looked good. I won't lie. It looked, as far as graphically, it looked good, but I wasn't into FIFA now. You damn made it. So I mean, it didn't appeal to me. And Sims looked like trash. Sims
looks like Sims.
Sims look like,
I wouldn't call it trash. It looks like it's always done. I wouldn't call it trash.
That's not a good thing, K-Bum. That look like it always looked. That we don't say Madden look like it always look.
Oh, I know it's not. I'm not fighting for the Sims, man. I'm not fighting for that. I'm just
we defending this game, man. This was not nice.
I'm just saying that's just what it is.
Nah, I couldn't get with it, man. So EA I turned it off after they showed the little match stuff we just saw. I kind of turned it off.
People was cool. I understand that.
I was done with it. So let's go into Microsoft because that's who he's all waiting for. Now, did anybody see any of Nintendo's?
Who?
Stop it, K-Bun. Did anybody see? Any Nintendo's tournaments? The Splatoon, the Mario Maker 2. Did anybody here see that?
I saw a little bit of the Mario Maker one when it was. I don't know what the stage is called. But I looked at a little bit of that. I didn't look at any of the Splatoon stuff. What else? There was Mario Maker, Splatoon, and what else?
I don't know what the third one was. I can't remember what the third one was. I just saw the Splatoon tournament. It was pretty cool, but I ain't watched the other ones. So, all right, welcome to the show, Joe Henry. So let's get into this Microsoft discussion. So I'm gonna put some more of this Bethesda up here in a second, but so Microsoft had an hour and 40-minute press conference. Keith, since you just now jumping on, what was your take on what you saw and anything you want to kind of talk about?
Yeah, Sasha Bun. No, let me stop.
Oh my God. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Let's see. So I missed the first 9 minutes of it. I went back and watched it and realized I didn't miss anything except the Ninja Theory game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nothing really. I would say it was a solid conference. Nothing really just wowed me or stood out. I don't know if that's because I'm older now and some of that stuff was like, okay, run of the mill. But I really can't, outside of Cyberpunk, which has nothing to do with Microsoft, nothing really just floored me. I'm pretty sure you guys mentioned something that would jog my memory, but nothing really just stood out to me where I was like, oh, I got to get that. You know, I was already interested in Ori. You know what I mean?
That already did look fire, though.
Fire. Of course, I was already interested in Cyberpunk.
That Cyberpunk was that lit.
I mean, the announcement of the PC, what was it?
The PC Game Pass.
Game Pass. I thought that was pretty cool. Not saying because Sasha announced it. I mean, it helped, but I thought that was nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know. Nothing really just stood out and wowed me. So I ain't really got nothing really.
Okay.
I'm sorry I let y'all down with that one, but
no, you good. Paper.
I do have a question before K-Bun go. Did they actually show a Gears 5 trailer?
Yeah.
Just one moment, please.
Y'all need to stop, man.
Something important going on. Right now.
Hold on. Yeah, just wait a minute.
Look, I'm gonna turn it, man. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. You came out there.
Lady, though. She is a beautiful
Stop
lady.
it, man.
All right, so let's go. I started there because I was messing with Keith. But let's go back. All right, so
I like that far back.
I'm finna go here.
That's too far back.
Right here. Let's talk about this. D2, you were saying something first, though. Let me pause. What was you saying? You were saying something, D2.
No, I was saying that we need to look at Sasha Bond.
Oh, so now I missed probably the first 19 minutes of the press conference. Was there anything that happened before this that was good? Let's go here. Let me see.
Outside of the Ninja Theory game,
Ori and the Ninja Theory game.
This looks cool to me.
The Ori game looked amazing. I wish that people will understand that there's so much potential still with 2D games, and this is an example of that right here.
It looks beautiful.
There's so much you can do in a 2D format because you're not making a big, huge 3D world. You can do a lot more with 3D in a 2D format. This just looks amazing.
That do look amazing. Now, do y'all think that's Xbox One X, or you think this is the new Xbox?
No,
this is Xbox. No, this is
okay. That do look good.
Man. I wouldn't care. There was a calculator. Give me that game.
It's beautiful, man.
Now, is this the one that they think they're going to bring the original one to the Switch at some point?
Well, this one, I mean, even a game like this could run on the Switch because, like I said, it's not about huge 3D environments to where you have to have a lot of draw distance and a lot of calculations where you need tremendous GPU power. So a CPU power, so you can put this game on the Switch. I mean, there might be some little things here and there. There would have some textures here, some physics, some stuff, but you can put this on the Switch.
Okay, February 11th, 2020. Okay. Yeah. What else was shown? Because like I said, I didn't see all what took place.
So it was the Ninja Theory game. It's like a melee.
To me, it kind of it looks like Overwatch meets Power Stone.
Okay, I'm playing it now.
That's a good shot. That's good. I like that.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. See, I didn't see this. So you said it's like a combination of Overwatch and Bethesda's game?
No, to me it's like Overwatch and Power Stone from the idea of the arena melee type fighting, where it's like a bunch of people on the screen fighting each other, but it kind of has the personality of Overwatch or Fortnite, where you have these
those characters, even like Apex and those characters, unique characters with unique power sets with unique personalities.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think this is it, is it?
No, this is it.
Now look, this reminds me of kind of like Fallout.
No, this ain't. This is not it.
This not it.
I'm sorry.
This is not it. Okay.
No, it's a different game.
Okay.
It should be further down. You're right there. You passed it up a little bit. Yeah,
right here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's there. That's it right there. There we go.
Okay. So this was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was cool.
So, all right. So which one of these games, y'all? I'm pretty sure y'all want to talk about Cyberpunk. So let's go back there. I don't see anything. Yeah. What about Battletoads?
Oh yeah, they did announce Battletoads.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be an actual remake of the original, and because I was watching, my friend was like, it's a remake of the original, but it's done completely. It's like 2D cartoon like graphics, kind of like I'm not sure what game off my head, but it's a complete remake of the original.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. I don't remember how far into the show it was.
It was after. No. It was a bit after.
It was really quick. It wasn't like on there for a very long time.
No. It's past this. It's past that. So it was after. It was after Cyberpunk. I know that.
It was after Cyberpunk. Okay.
Yeah, it's not Cyberpunk.
What y'all think about Keanu Reeves, man?
Man,
I was shocked.
Is that it? Yeah, this looks cool, man. But you know what? Is Battletoads basically a rip on Ninja Turtles? That's what it looked like when I saw some of them. I'm not real familiar on Battletoads.
It's similar, but it's its own thing, and it wasn't
what made me feel like they're like Bebop and Rocksteady, or Rocksteady, I mean.
I mean, give you that feeling, but it's not the same. I wouldn't even put the two together.
They're very different. They have their own different.
I mean, they're turtles.
I've never really got into Battletoads.
Man, I couldn't get Battletoads because I couldn't get past the first stage.
The first stage?
Battletoads is brutal, bro. And I was young, but Battletoads is brutal.
Oh, not even the one. No, I couldn't get past the one with the bike. And you was on that little bike thing. That's what I couldn't get past.
This what I could get past right here. Look at these facial animations, man. This was on the Star Wars, man. This was.
It did say it was alpha. It was alpha footage, so.
Man, they saying that because they don't look like trash.
No, I mean, it looks like a nice game and everything, but the facial animations do look kind of dead.
Yeah, they look dead. Like
I do want to talk about this because I watched this game, man, and I'm sorry. I don't know what it was, but it did not feel like Star Wars to me. It didn't.
It was Uncharted. I told you. I would play Mr. T video about it. I don't want to. You go check him out, man. He did it so well, bro. He did it so well, man.
Mr. T's been on fire lately. The
last video, but the stadium video was fire too.
I was like, bro, he's on fire with this video. Just shout out to Mr. T. But this game, like, when we were talking about it when was it yesterday with EA? I was like, man, is this Xbox 360? Like, it really didn't look that good. It looked really bad. And then when I saw that they were talking about there was alpha, I was like, okay, that makes a little bit of sense, but it really don't look good, man. And when it showed up in the Xbox conference, I was like, man, really? They could have not put this in the in the conference at all. Like,
it just doesn't feel like where have you ever seen Star Wars when you fight just two stormtroopers?
yeah,
You see the stormtroopers standing right next to each other, and that's it. Like, it just, I don't know, man. I did not feel this game, and even the way that he would go towards the stormtroopers and they wouldn't shoot. It's a freaking Jedi with a lightsaber unload on him. And they're just sitting there looking crazy. I don't know, man. It just did not feel like Star Wars to me.
They fixed Forrest Whitaker's eye. Did they?
Come on, bro.
I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
Come on, bro. I know the graphics ain't that good, but come on, man. Don't do my man like that. He Oscar Awards with him, man.
So was Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Now, what was this game right here that came on after? Because I didn't see none of this. So what is this right here?
Oh yeah,
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. See, I
And
thought
to be honest with you, it didn't look bad.
No, I don't. And I don't think I could play it at all.
Oh,
my madness couldn't handle this game. I'm looking at this stuff.
I'm sorry.
I couldn't play this game. No. All right, Trigger Man, welcome to the show. So, this looks cool to me. I missed all this. I came in on the young lady talking about the Game Pass stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't right at all, man. I ain't fooling with y'all. But, so who makes this game right here? Who making this game?
I did not see who made it.
Yeah,
I just saw Blair Witch. That's all I saw.
If y'all know who making this game in the comment section, kind of let us know who making this game right here. But it looks good. It looks like it's in a first person perspective. I don't like that.
I think it's first person.
But it looks graphic.
So is Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to Cyberpunk.
One of the few games that actually show gameplay footage.
Yeah, let's go to Cyberpunk. So I thought the visuals on this game was ridiculous, man. Like, this was crazy to me.
CD ran some monsters, man. They some beasts.
Now, do y'all believe this is representative of Xbox One X, or do you think this is PC?
Is this a next gen game or is this a current gen game?
It comes out in April, so it's current.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is representative of the game engine, not necessarily the console that it's running on. I just think
I did notice that when they actually did show the actual gameplay footage, that was definitively gameplay footage. Like, after the end, there was a difference in what you're seeing now. Okay. So it still looked good, but it didn't look this.
This looks amazing, man. This could be a movie, like a CGI movie, like
I wouldn't mind watching it.
Like Battle Angel at the theater or something.
Yeah.
That looked like Big Rick Ross. I thought that was started talking. But yeah, so what y'all think, man? D2K, don't take over. What you think about this game?
The game looks it looks really interesting. I don't know too much about Cyberpunk, but for what I saw in this trailer, it definitely looks like something that I would want to check out. I mean, it looks. I like the concept of what the game actually is about. People actually tinkering with themselves, trying to make themselves better. This whole. It's the whole society about. It's kind of going into the direction of transhumanism a little bit, which is kind of creepy. But I'm not sure, what the end all be all is. This whole if this something that's being forced on people, or if this is just people just the way it is.
Hold up. Yeah. Shout out to Cornelius. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, D2.
Yeah. So it was just really. It looks. Just from the gameplay standpoint and the graphics, I gotta play this because this game looks like it good. A lot of fun to play. But then happened at the end though, it was like, okay, I'm buying 2 of these mugs.
Go ahead, K-Bun. What's your thoughts on Cyberpunk?
This has Game of the Year written all over it.
What, Luigi's Mansion ain't gonna win Game of the Year? You serious? You gonna give it to this game for Luigi's Mansion?
No. Don't make me upset. No, this has Game of the Year written all over it, bro. Like it's spectacular. It's beautiful. Like the amount of like I watched last year when they showed the 54-minute video explaining what this game is, and I watched every last second of it. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. I can't wait to actually get a chance to hold this game because they've created a whole living world for this game. A whole living world just for this. And this is, I don't know, man. I think that's Game of the Year written all over it. It had maybe the same type of thing that Witcher did, which is close to being game of the century, not century, a decade, very close. So I think this can rival that. This CD Red has Project Red has a really good resume when it comes to producing games and what they've done so far. And so just to me, their resume is very similar, not as long, but to me in the same breath as Rockstar. To me, in the very same breath. When it comes to producing quality, high-end, cultural games that would just change genres and generations. So I can't wait for the game. I think it's going to be legit. I think it's going to be dope. I'm getting it, definitely getting it. To Keith's point, I may not finish it, but I will. As Witcher's looking dead at me, but I will get it.
Now, I like what Dark Sun said. Dark Sun Rider said in the comment. He said this kind of reminds me. The robotic parts remind me some of Deus Ex. Is that how you say it? Deus Ex?
Yeah.
And that's true. When I see this game, I do think of that game. It do put me in mind of that. That was made by Square Enix, right?
Is that Square?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Square Enix makes Deus Ex, and it do look like this. But before I jump to Keith,
did they buy it or did they make it?
No, they make it. They make that game.
Okay. I thought they bought the company that made it.
Maybe that's it. I just know Deus Ex is a Square Enix.
It is
distributed game. I don't like far if they bought the company that made it. I don't know that part. But jumping to Keith, give me your thoughts on this game and what you think about this guy we looking at, man.
Keanu. My thoughts. So here's the deal. I'm gonna give y'all a little spiel. So I recently just bought God of War 4. Right.
Oh, we got some real
So I'm not gonna get into any details about that, but I do want to make a comment that the linearity of that game is exactly what I need. Cyberpunk, super open, wide open world that you practically, what it sounds like you can do any and everything that you can think of in this game. And I love that about this game. But I'm going to have to get my mind right before I buy this game. It's like you got to dedicate time. Dedicate time.
Life decisions to play these type of games. These are life decisions. You're right.
But as far as the game, it looks amazing. I hope everything that CD Projekt Red is throwing into this game comes to fruition the way they think it is going to come. I'm ready for it. I've been ready to see what this game was about ever since I saw that one trailer with the girl getting shot and the bullet grazing her face all the way back then.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for this game. It's cool. I think it's awesome that they got Keanu Reeves in the game. I was wondering if they were ever going to do something like that, and here we go. Still don't fully know what the game is about, but I really don't care. It's like a world that's a living world.
It's a living world. Like they actually go to work and party on weekend. Like you can actually follow a person as they go to work.
Yeah, this is a huge ambitious game, and like I said, This is going to once this game come out. This is going to be the only game I'm playing. There's nothing else I can play.
This game has heavy GTA overtones to it in terms of immersiveness that it might have for so many different people playing this game and having their own individual experiences in this whole big huge
absolutely. There's branching stories everywhere, so
Yeah.
absolutely get that.
And if it doesn't look as good as this trailer is showing, that's fine. Because even Witcher had a massive downgrade, but it was still a good game, and people still call it the game of the generation. So as long as the gameplay is there and the mechanics and the ideas and things like that are there, I'm cool.
Is it as deep as The Witcher? That was very deep as far as the, like I said, customizing your player and customizing your experience.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, K-Bomb. Did you go yet on this?
No, I was just tagging on what he was saying. I was just saying this. He was listing out some things that will make this game amazing, and the depth of character design and character choices will also help make the game very, very deep and fun to play.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Go and get your thoughts on it.
I thought I already did. No, so I think, man, to me, it's like game. I said game of the decade, man. I think it's gonna be amazing.
Was it D2?
Yeah. No, he said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be. I mean, my only hesitance with this game is it's in a first person perspective, and I typically don't get immersed into those type of games. Like this is one of my dislikes with even Metroid Prime. Like even though I like the game, that first person perspective just don't do it for me. And I would rather have like the over the shoulder like Gears of War or Resident Evil 4 like
Sony formula? I said like the Sony formula.
Yeah, like the Sony formula. And that's why I tend to gravitate to Sony's game, like God of War 4, like Keith was just saying. Like that's perfect for me. It's not so open that I get lost in the world, but it's enough freedom in the world that I feel like I'm not just on a linear path. Like that's what 4 did. That's what Uncharted does. Zelda even does that to it. Oh, I say Breath of the Wild didn't, but previous Zeldas kept you on a kind of a linear path. So you kind of knew where you was going. But some games like Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Assassin's Creed Origin, stuff like that. After a while, man, I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Where am I at?
What was I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, what am I supposed to be doing now? I don't like having to keep up with stuff. When I leave the game, I feel like I should pick it up and be able to jump right back into it. You can't do them games like that. You got to remember, okay, what did I do? What's my power level? Can I even be in the area I'm at? Like, what's the objective? Like, and that's just, to me, that's a little too much investment. And like Keith said, this will be all I'll be playing for a long while, but it looks great though. It looks amazing. Go ahead though. Whoever want to take over next, because I got somebody talking to me. Go ahead.
To be honest, I think we kind of hit on everything we wanted to talk about with this one. I think I wonder how big of a role Keanu's character is going to play.
It'd be great if he was a villain. If there's like a main villain for the game, that'd be cool.
I think it'd be better if he was just a character you interact with a lot. Like I don't need him to be the villain. I kind of like a person that I don't really know as the villain. But I don't see Keanu as the main villain. Maybe if he was like somebody that double cross you because it's Keanu. You trust Keanu. You can't just have him as the villain, man. It's Keanu.
You trust?
Yeah, you gotta be the villain, man. You can't have Keanu. I'd rather him be a villain. Yeah, I think it'll work. He was a villain in another movie that I watched. He was the bad guy in this movie with this Asian protagonist who was forced to fight in these underground tournaments for Keanu Reeves, and he ended up having to fight Keanu Reeves at the end. It was on Netflix. It was pretty good. Anyway, y'all probably like, what is he talking about? But anyway, let's talk about this game because I thought this was pretty cool. I'm going to share it here in a second. Okay. Hold up. Let me get my stuff right.
Is it Flight Simulator?
No, man.
That mother look beautiful though. I'm sorry,
I
bro.
don't care about it looking beautiful. That game look like
Beautiful.
hey, you show that, you just upload that on your channel, man. You don't put that in E3. This game.
Not even
This
gonna lie.
game right here. 12 minutes. This game looks cool.
Let's see.
Like I was highly impressed. I don't know if y'all saw this or not, but I was highly impressed by this game. Now you don't hear the audio, but the premise is he's stuck in a 12-minute loop, and there are certain things that's about
over the head thing, over the head camera thing.
His wife, you know, there's somebody like they was telling in the story. The wife had killed her father, and the police was coming, but it wasn't the police, and he had been already done this, and he's trying to get her to give him details so that he can figure out how to, I guess, change the outcome, I guess, to get out of this loop. And you know, it plays on a lot of tropes that many movies have played on, like that Groundhog's Day type. You know, so there was another movie I seen it on Netflix with Marlon Wayans where he was stuck in a loop getting married. But it was cool, man. I think, you know, to see this in a video game, I don't know if this is the first time a video game has done it, but is this one of those stereoscopic, how they say that? Them games that you kind of choose a response and choose.
Like, I'm not sure. You're talking like the Telltale game.
Interactive.
Like Telltale. Yeah, there you go, Keith. Say it again.
Interactive.
I think this is an interactive game like Telltale, K-Bomb D2. But it looks cool, dude. It looks real good to me.
I did briefly see this. They look cool. Even the graphics, I mean, not the graphics. The art style of it looks really nice.
Yeah, it really does. So, I mean, I ain't played my Xbox. This is what my son's Xbox now. It ain't mine no more. But I haven't played the Xbox in a long time. Oh, we got too much graphic stuff going on. We got to turn this out. Anyway, so I think it's gonna be good, man. Like you see her, he got a knife and she in the like he killed her or whatever. This game looks pretty interesting. So what else was on here, man? What else that they have?
Flight Simulator, bro. Let me stop.
What did y'all think about this Dragon Ball Z? I think they need to stop doing the Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Getting exhausting, man.
Yeah, like how many times can you see Goku fight off against Frieza and turn into Super Saiyan? Like we've seen it so many times, it's not fun anymore.
Well, what the game is somewhat intriguing.
Okay,
because this is not just a fighter or a brawler or I'm not even sure what Xenoverse was. I mean, I guess it was sort of open world, but not really. This is an action RPG. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I mean, this is called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Right.
So it's basically surrounding Goku, but what does that entail if this is an action RPG? So the fact that it's an action RPG is the only thing that has me interested in this. I mean, the fight he had with Frieza looked like fire. I ain't gonna trip about that. That looked amazing. But still, but it's fact that this is something a little bit different. I'd like to see more about what this is gonna be before I can say, nah, no thanks. Or yeah,
like my only thing wasn't that the game didn't look good. It looked amazing. I mean, as far as animation goes, but I think that familiar story, like that constant reliving these stories of Dragon Ball Z that we unseen, you know, D2K, we unseen these stories like 20 million times. Like, bro,
you like them to focus more on the newer things that are going on.
Yeah, like if you created around a whole nother story that's intriguing or another villain or antagonist, something, I don't know. It would seem to be better.
On a side note, have you guys checked out any of the Dragon Ball Super manga?
Yeah, I've been kind of keeping up with that a little bit. I'm not here lately though.
Yeah.
Is it dope?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. Yeah. All right, let's look at this.
You gotta send people where to look at that stuff. I don't even know where to find the manga.
Let's look at this, man. I thought this was cool. Keith was in the hangout about to go off because he thought this is all it was going to be. But what we think about Gears, man?
After the press conference, I don't have any thoughts about Gears because I didn't really see nothing.
Yeah.
Now, did they show the regular gameplay, or is this all they showed? This right here.
They show Gears 5 Escape, Gears Pop, which I think is that mobile game.
Yeah. They didn't show any gameplay at all. They showed like a full motion video sequence of what the gameplay is going to entail, but they didn't show actual gameplay footage of anything, which was the thing with this whole conference. But based off of what I'm seeing here, it kind of seems like there's different ways that this character can go. You know, is she gonna become the Locust Queen, to follow her mother's footsteps, or is she gonna be able to fight it off? Is she gonna be something in between? You know, you don't know where they're going with this, so that is kind of intriguing. Like the foot that she has at the end, like right now, it's just kind of like, you know, you don't know where they're going with that.
Okay, so this girl, her mother becomes the Locust.
Her mother was the Locust Queen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that what happened at the end of 4?
I don't remember.
I thought somebody died. She had to kill him. She had to kill somebody, and she walked out.
I think it was her mother.
In 4, in Gears of War 4.
I thought it was her mother or something like that.
Yeah, I thought she killed her mother, but her mother had got caught. So her mother becomes the Locust Queen after she gets caught. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Gears of War 4.
Yeah, I haven't beaten it yet. I mean, I haven't beaten it. I mean, I beat it a while ago. I don't even remember. Like, so that's the thing. It was so underwhelming to me that it didn't really stick out.
No, it didn't. That last boss was trash. It was all that climbing and horde fighting, and then you get to this boss that's stiff and can't move, and he pretty much a simple puzzle piece. It was like this is not what you kind of play this whole game to get through. It was, but yeah, this look cool. I mean, do y'all feel like Gears is worn out as welcome, or do we feel like, you know, there's more to do with Gears, or do they need to take it down another path?
Well, they did. Well, what happened at the end was a little interesting.
Okay,
it's just a skin, but kind of opens up like you know, type of thing.
K-Ball, why, man? Yeah. You Gears? Are you a Gears guy, K-Ball?
Nope. I played when I first bought my first Xbox 360. I bought 2 games. I bought Mass Effect when it was only on the Xbox, and that was the whole reason I bought an Xbox. And I bought Gears of War, the first one. I played through Gears of War, played through an entire thing. It was the most generic shooter I've ever played.
This is true.
But I don't really play for the shooting.
Period. Story, shooting, everything. It was generic. And I said, I don't want to play this. And then I played Mass Effect, and I'm like, well, this is amazing. And so, I mean, I went in with an open mind when I got the Xbox. You know, and Castle Crashers. That was the 3 games that I played. Castle Crashers, which was amazing. Gears of War and Mass Effect. After the first Gears of War and playing it, and it's just feeling so generic to me, I never played another one.
I actually enjoy Gears of War. I mean,
I know we had a discussion. I know you did, but that's the reason why I did though.
Oh, pop! What is it?
Like the pop and shoot. Yeah,
I like that. I like the pop and shoot, hide. You know, but you more the fast place. Give me the gun. Let me.
I mean, no, because Uncharted is the same formula.
Yeah, that's weird to me. How do you like Uncharted? Is it because you can't for real, like the punch?
No. I'm telling you, it just felt very generic. Just because the game has the same mechanic doesn't mean the game's good. So let's make sure we say that. Just because it's the same mechanic as Uncharted doesn't mean that other game is going to be good. Everyone has copied Batman's fighting system. That don't make it a good game.
Yeah, you true. Because Spider-Man definitely was Batman with Spider-Man skin, but I mean, yeah, Batman with Spider-Man skin. Well, okay, I give you that. I mean, because that's what I liked about Uncharted 4. That's what I like about Gears of War was the pop and shoot. I enjoyed it.
It was just I'm just saying it just felt generic to me. So that's why I never play another Gears of War because I just didn't. I didn't like the first one. I don't care too much about playing the second one, so I never got into the series.
Right. You're not alone in that thought. I'm reading here where Darksider said the whole game was underwhelming. No, because of the characters, they didn't have the cohesion as the first 4. So, I mean, people don't, ain't huge fans. I like Gears. I think 2 was trash. I think 2 was a little underwhelming, and I feel like I never played the one after 3 with the little scenario playing through past events. What happened?
Because for one thing, that game was
Somebody
not
just
complete.
what did we miss something?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I heard something.
Gears of War Judgment was terrible. It literally, I cannot believe that they legally were able to put that game out there. They literally put an unfinished game to where you would walk down certain corridors and there's literally nothing there but darkness.
Yeah, I never played it, but it looked like I played.
I'm like, are you serious?
But you just playing through scenarios that you had in the other games just from a different perspective and trying to tell, I guess, what happened with Mark Phoenix and all this. And I didn't think that was good. 4 was fun, but yet it didn't match the feeling of the first, like Dark Rider said. It didn't match the feeling of the first ones. And so I didn't get into 4 like the other ones. But
I think that they should have stopped after 3. It's just like they could have stopped. They could have stopped with Halo after 3. They could have stopped with Gears after 3. They wrapped everything up pretty nicely. It was really a need to keep going, but you keep going because that's your cash cow. So
okay. I see they had Dying Light 2. Do y'all want to talk about that? Do we want to go on?
Hold on. I want to jump into what K-Bone said.
Go ahead.
Gears. I understand exactly what K-Bone is saying. And this is no offense to Gears because I actually went back and played the first one and 4, and I skipped the ones in between. Playing Gears is like hitting one button on your keyboard. You're hitting space the whole time.
You're right.
Everything. It's like nothing about that gameplay helps break up the monotony of the game. And they try, but it's still kind of one note. And I think that's what K-Bone was trying to say by saying it's generic. I remember my homeboy said, man, that the game is over the top for the sake of being over the top. Or just, that grunt, muscles, just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
It has a very Expendables type feel to it.
Yeah. And I don't know what they can do to it. And you said something about has it overstayed its welcome and stuff like that. I think there's so much more they can do to it just in comparison to the games that he talked about. Mass Effect was also technically a cover shooter, except it had RPG elements.
It was.
And it was so much better. There was so many more you could do.
It was.
I was playing Mass Effect. I had Mass Effect. It's like what you said.
You had Mass Effect or Max Effect?
Mass Effect, right? Mass Effect, right?
You said Max Effect.
Bro. Don't play me because you let me keep messing up and saying.
Oh, I know I struggle.
Right. Anyway,
I be struggling.
I got lost, and that's what I didn't like about Mass Effect. It required you to retain too much information at points, and I just like, dude, I ain't trying to keep no journal of what I did for the past 3 days.
I love it. I used to go back and talk to your team members, and you got to remember what they talked about last time and interjecting the story. They had like family issues, and like I said this in my first podcast that we talked about. It literally made me feel like I was the captain of my own ship.
Yep,
that's how I felt when I played. I felt like I was the captain of my own ship, and so I felt a responsibility to go talk to my people in my ship and check up on them and see how they're doing and do their missions for their sake. And I felt a duty to do that. And like, I really didn't have that no other games really had that effect on me, but the first Mass Effect did. And so that's why I see what you're saying with that, but I guess I felt a different way about that whole remembering and had to have. I read the whole encyclopedia and glossary of all the races and all the characters, and I read that whole thing because
Okay.
I feel like I actually liked that part, and that was actually pretty cool. And I like the way they did it. They didn't just give it to you all at once. They gave you in pieces so you can digest it and not just have to swallow it all up front. So that was my piece about it.
Right, what's playing right now is that Dying Light 2, I guess. I ain't into games like these, so I don't.
Dying Light is good. It's very fluent as far as like the movement and stuff like that. I never beat the first one. Definitely has a place in gaming. It's kind of like if you ever play, what's that, Mirror's Edge?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely has a place. Definitely, like I said, it's definitely fluent. I don't know if I play this one though. I don't really care that much.
Right, now what was this right here? I don't know what game. So there's a lot of stuff they had so many games that I felt like just okay, let's go here. Get D2K on this one. What did you think about this, D2K? This final what is it?
Fantasy Star Online.
Yeah, did you think this was a big deal?
People who are fans of the franchise, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a callback to the old Sega Genesis days.
It looks good, man. That looks real good.
Yeah, I never really got into Fantasy Star Online, but there's a lot of people who adored that series, and that probably was very exciting for them. For me, it looks cool. I mean, it didn't look like something I wouldn't play. Looks interesting. I mean, I have to see more, but it looked pretty legit to me.
Keith?
Yeah, I agree. It looks cool. But anytime I see a notoriously Japanese game on the microphone Xbox,
on Xbox.
I'm just thinking about that time Hillary Clinton was talking about she kept hot sauce in her purse. Like,
she was rolling and Roland was trying to get her to dance. That Roland made me mad.
Like, y'all pandering. Like, good and dang well, y'all don't care about this game. Y'all just trying to get that Japanese audience.
Japanese greatest online RPG.
Like, that's corny, bro. You have to say that. Just say Fantasy Star Online, man. Like,
yeah.
They're trying to say, please buy our new console when it comes out. Don't put
Right.
it in the 50% off bin on day one launch, please.
Pretty please. They got on their hands and their feet. Pretty please. But as far as like, I don't know, man. I know Fantasy Star Online was huge. If it's
hang on.
I'm leaving. Well, I tell you, T2K.
I don't even know what you was talking about.
Let me go. Let's go to this. Go ahead, finish your point. What was your point? See if y'all can keep y'all focused. Look at y'all. Y'all need to quit. I want to get down here to this. I didn't care for Rage at all. I don't. No, not Rage, but what was this? What was this game?
Borderlands.
Huh?
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands. Yeah, this is what.
Borderlands 3. Yeah.
I mean, Borderlands has a big following, man. So people
Now,
love
what
Borderlands.
y'all think about this game? This looked kind of interesting. This one did.
This is Borderlands, right? Yeah.
That was
fast forward.
I'll fast forward a little bit.
You gotta wait for the load up, man.
Yeah, you gotta go through.
Shout out to those Borderlands fans. It's not good. We just never really got into it.
Yeah, no, I ain't trying to hate them. It just ain't my. Yeah, I tried it before. It just ain't my.
I played it for about 30 hours,
man.
Oh,
yep.
You didn't beat
I
it?
never finished. 20, 30 hours is enough to finish Borderlands.
Borderline, Okay.
Hey, you got me back. I like that. Borderlands. Yeah, I played for about like 20 hours, I think. But it's not enough to beat it. It's still more, so I just got tired. I stopped playing.
So what y'all think about this? I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know if they showed, but I don't remember them showing any gameplay.
I didn't see it.
They didn't show any gameplay, but they did tell us who was behind it, which is interesting. I mean, if you are any fans of what's the show? The show that ended really bad.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, he's one of the writers. Look like, and then
yeah. RR, is it R or JJ?
RR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ. That's good time.
And the other guy, was he Studio Ghibli? No, that wasn't him. Studio Ghibli? No.
I can't remember. It was up there at the beginning. It's gonna pop up again.
I thought that was him. I could be right. That's right. Then this game is gonna have a fantastic story.
Okay.
Whatever.
Last season.
See, I thought they was gonna say Fable, like Fable back, but then they didn't do that. It was like Rise of some of Arson or something like that, Ryzen or something like that. Elder Ring. Yeah, it was another one that they showed after this one that was Ryzen or something like that. It looked good. I mean, but that's CGI. It's Bandai. That's what's throwing me off. Bandai Namco is making these games.
Oh, and then From Software, and that's what threw me off. I was like, oh, I know what this is. I don't want to play it. I'm not interested in those type of games.
You scared?
Okay.
Scared? I ain't never scared. That's on play.
So let's get into the actual Scarlet, Xbox Scarlet. So D2K. I started D2. What was your thoughts on some of the stuff they announced about the new system?
Well, I guess I could say I was surprised that the leak that came out last year, I think it was around December of last year, that was talking about the specs of Scarlet and the PlayStation 5, how close what they said in this video was to those leaked specs in terms of using the Zen 2 processor, using a Navi GPU, using GDDR6 RAM, using ray tracing, using the SSD drive. But there was something that, they said in this video, and I think that Keith brought it up in the chat. This guy literally said the combination of the SSD and the solid state drive will do something great to the Scarlet. And I didn't catch it while I was on, but when he said that, I went back and watched it again. I'm like, what? Who? What? When? Where? I mean, to me, it kind of did seem like that they were just trying to toot their own horn as to how powerful this console is going to be. But my friend pointed out something else to me that I didn't notice either, is that up until this point, Microsoft had been saying that our next-gen console will definitively be the most powerful console ever, period. Now, in this show, they're saying this is going to be the most powerful console we've ever made.
Right.
So that's him right there. Just said it right there.
Yeah, I caught that too. I did catch that.
I'm like, hold on. So I'm like, that's interesting. I'm wondering if Microsoft maybe played their cards too fast. And maybe there's a reason why Sony has been so quiet, is to say, go ahead, do your thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep in your mouth.
But all this stuff doesn't impress me. I mean, I know it's going to be powerful. I know it's going to be substantially more capable than what we have today. Blah blah blah. Show me the games. That's all I care about. Show me the games.
Show me the money.
I was not impressed with what I heard about Project xCloud at all. I think that they were too quiet about that, and I think that it makes them look like they're behind the ball in terms of streaming, and Google Stadia is way out in front. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen. But that little 3-minute video that Google did for Stadia, I'm way more excited about Stadia than I am about whatever Project xCloud is doing.
Right.
So this was kind of like, yeah.
Okay. It sounds very similar to the PlayStation announcement back a month ago. Yeah, it sounds almost identical. But go ahead, K-Bum, then I'll bring Keith in. Go ahead.
No, so I didn't actually see the conference live of them talking about Scarlet. So I've only been able to just read up on it. And it, like I said, it doesn't. I didn't think I know they want to do this powerful console, but I guess I'm still trying to find out. I know they were talking about like a streaming console and a beefy console. I guess I'm not fully getting it on what their approach kind of is. I know they want to be able to have this beefy console with all these specs, but them going into the realm of streaming games, for those who just want to do that, what's the point of having this beefy console if the cloud is doing all of the computing for you?
Well, that was sorry, I'll say more word. That was the thing about the Stadia announcement that I found interesting, because they literally said that if you have 35 megabits per second down, you can do 1080p 60 frames per second gaming.
No. They said with 35 down, you can do 4K with 5.1 surround sound and HDR.
They said that?
Yes, they did say that.
Yes, that's even better.
They said with 20, you can do like 2025.
You say that.
You can do 1080p, and then with 5 or 10, whatever, you can do 720.
I mean, I could have sworn I saw something else, but okay, but that makes it even worse, because they're saying that they can pull this off with people who have less than what standard cable internet companies are offering right now. You can get this high-end gameplay with just the bare minimum of what you have for internet speed. So Microsoft, I'm pretty sure they knew that they said this, and you didn't counterpunch with anything in your conference. So I don't know.
Let's let Keith get in here real quick. Let's let Keith get in real quick, because I want to get his thoughts on these the game Halo.
Okay.
But what do you think about the system, Keith?
No, I was just trying to say I was confirmed.
Oh, go ahead.
It does say 35 for 4K, and then 20 down for 1080p.
Okay.
Yeah, it says on their website.
Okay.
Keith, give me your thoughts on the Scarlet, and then kind of go into this Halo.
All right. Like with most Microsoft announcements and things, when it comes to consoles or just concepts that they're trying to do, I don't get it. I don't understand what they're. Hold on, put that on quiet. I don't understand, but then we'll probably understand later on, because right now I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, you just came out with the One X, and like D2 said, you said that was the most powerful console. Now all of a sudden looking at Scarlet in 2020, and it's like, what do we need this for? You already got the most powerful console. Now, granted, technology improves, but what is this console going to be able to do more so than the Xbox One X, the most powerful console currently? You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure when more details we'll understand, and we'll also understand what it means for the Xbox One S and the X when the Scarlet in the actual name is revealed. But I don't know. I don't really care until you actually show me the box and the games. And speaking of games, we're looking at one right now. Halo. Now this isn't gameplay, right?
We don't know.
We don't know. Let me add this on what you just said, though, Keith, before you go into this Halo, because this clip pretty long. I agree. That was my thoughts, man. Like, okay, what do we do with the X now? You charge people $4.99 for that thing. That wasn't no cheap system. To turn around a year and a few months later to be already bringing a brand new powerful system 2 years later, after you just baited everybody into feeling like they need to buy this system because this is the correction to what the original Xbox was. Like, they couldn't correct it with the S, but they added certain things to the kind of, the DVD player was put in there and all that, Blu-ray player and all that, or a 4K Blu-ray player at that, where they even topped Sony with that. But then the Xbox One X was supposed to be, this was the system we imagined making. And you sell that, now you got a whole nother system called the Scarlet. I'm like, if I was anybody that bought the X, I would be highly upset. Like,
well, remember that in a couple of days.
I mean, with the Switch, no.
Keep that same energy.
Same energy. But it's too late. The bull's already out of the chamber. We got you on tape.
You got me on tape, but I don't consider it the same. Nintendo has always made variations to their.
No, you can't say that. That's my line. You can't take my verbiage and try to use it. I'm saying that for 4 years.
Variations, but I'm not tripping on. I feel like the Switch needs to do whatever it's gonna do. I don't have no, but I'm saying I thought the Xbox One X was gonna be here for at least maybe a 3-4 year cushion before they say, okay, now we gotta do something else. That's why we were saying 21, 22. They'd be coming out with a new system.
Well, the thing I don't get was like the rumors were that they were going to have the Anaconda and the Lockhart. The Lockhart would be like the Xbox One X level console but instead of having the old Jaguar CPU, it would have the Ryzen, the Zen 2 chip in there with the same GPU and the upgraded memory, or whatever. But I'm thinking like, why even make that system? Just drop the price of the X and leave it alone. You know, why make another console that's around this? I mean, obviously it will outperform the X because the CPU is newer and better, but still, why even go there? Just leave it alone. Just let the X drop the price of the X and then make the Anaconda. You know,
somebody running from the law over there.
Like that every day, boss.
So yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I mean, I was with Keith. I don't get it, but I ain't knocking it. You know, I didn't buy the Xbox. The X, so I might look into the Scarlet, depending on the price and what it's doing. I might be interested. But I am glad going into Halo that they decided to be smart and release Halo with the system. That's smart. That is very intelligent. You need to have, and I think Nintendo learned their lesson with Breath of the Wild, and I think hopefully not Microsoft, but Sony might think some things through and have something like not a Gears, but a Nathan Drake or Uncharted or one of their flagship titles.
Not Uncharted. Uncharted's done. I don't want to see another.
I don't
Uncharted.
think that game done. That game ain't done.
Yeah, it better give me somebody else. You better give me old retired Nathan Drake.
They better bring Nathan Drake. They better bring Nathan Drake back out of retirement.
How many times he gonna unretire? Nah, man.
I don't care.
I'm done.
At this point, Nathan Drake is like the Undertaker. He just keeps coming back for the money.
Bring Nathan Drake
just
back.
Keep coming back for the money.
Give him another story.
If God of War can reinvent themselves, so can Uncharted.
But it's still Kratos. It ain't a different.
It is still Kratos, but they reinvented it. No, man. No, please don't give me another Nathan Drake.
They got. But my point is, Microsoft was very wise to release their new system on the backs of a new Halo. That to me, that's gonna sell that system like crazy. Go ahead, Keith. You was talking about Halo before I rudely interrupted you, but finish your thought.
I mean, I'm really not the guy to be talking about Halo because I've never fully played. When I played 2 multiplayer locally, never played through a whole game of Halo. So I don't know. It looks like they're trying to be beefier with the story, but then again, I've seen something like that before. I think it was Halo 5 or something. I don't know. I don't really have any comments.
It's a soft cool. Reboot.
That's what. Okay, it looked cool, but it also looked bland. If you know what I mean, like it just looked like a bland thing.
Empty.
Yeah, just really empty. But if it is a soft reboot, it's probably be a good time to get back in there or get in there for the first time with the Scarlet. Whatever name is actually going to be, and like Level said, this is a wise move. It's a money move. It's a come get into our franchises move. But again, if it's on PC, you don't have to go into the Scarlet. I'm not gonna go that route. Enjoy. I'm done. I'm not gonna do that.
Go ahead. D2K.
About Halo?
Halo, yeah.
Yeah. Well, from what I can tell, like I said, it looks like it's a soft reboot. If you look at Master Chief's armor, it's pretty much the same as it was in the first Halo. There was something that one of my friends was pointing out to me about this. You saw that the Halo that they were actually looking at, that was the first Halo, the first, and he went down there. What I think he went down there is to find Cortana. Now, in the first Halo, Cortana actually uploaded a piece of herself to the original Halo. So now we know that Cortana is completely corrupted and she's evil. So he may be going back to the original Halo to get that uncorrupted piece of Cortana to be his AI.
Oh, see, I'm like Keith. I'm not big on Halo, so I don't know all the integral details to look for to kind of give us what's going on. So, but yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, that's the direction it looks like they're going. This conference was trash, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't really
watch. But yeah, it looks very interesting. There's only one part of that looked like actual gameplay, and that was when he was looking right at Master Chief, and like his HUD came on, and he kind of looked around a little bit, because that's reminiscent of previous Halo, especially Halo 2, when you come to and they tell you to step out of the pod and you look to your left, look to your right, and all that type of stuff. That to me may have been real-time gameplay footage. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying that that's a possibility right there. Okay. But we won't know until we actually see more of the gameplay of this game. But like I said, the whole conference was lacking in that. It really was. Just too much video in this conference. Not enough substance.
K-Bun.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Go ahead, your thoughts.
About what?
Why?
about Halo? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really saw much. I do think it's a great idea to bring Halo with the launching of the system. I think that's an excellent idea, especially if you want to make sure that you get some loyals on your side and get some early adapters. I think that's a great decision. As far as what Halo looks like, I mean, I didn't really get too much from it, and I definitely don't know much of the story to entertain a conversation about it. I strictly played Halo for the multiplayer. I mean, I tried to play the story, I just couldn't get myself into it. But yeah, I think if like I said, they're going to do it, hopefully it's more like the older Halos and not like some of the newer Halos reached 343, what the name of the company was.
Yeah,
I don't know, they weren't killing it, but I don't know. I wonder how they're gonna make this work. Excited about how they're gonna do it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think enough was shown to really get into much detail about it, other than the fact that it is coming to the new system.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So let's get into our verdicts, man, for Microsoft's press conference and EA's press conference. I'm gonna start, since you just got done talking, K-Bone. Go ahead and give me your thoughts. What was your verdict for EA's press conference? Like a grade?
Again, I still don't call it a press conference.
That's you form an excuse. Just tell the truth, man.
I'm not trying to dance around it. But if you actually look at it and how the format was, it is more as a developer. All they did was got a developer on stage and say, "Hey, developer, talk about your game." I mean, that's how they did it. It wasn't a press conference.
Okay, well, that's just we talking about. We graded it as a press conference. What's the grade?
I don't know. Probably like a. Because the only thing that interested me was, I mean, I didn't like the.
You didn't like it, just give it a grade.
No. I didn't like the Star Wars. That's what I'm saying. I didn't like Star Wars. I thought the Madden was informative, but they didn't really show me that much new. To me, and I didn't watch some of the other stuff. It was pointless to me. I guess I would give it like a D. It didn't really do nothing for me.
Okay, Keith, your verdict for EA?
Trash.
Oh,
And the one game they could have saved was trash. And they get an F from me. I didn't care. And again, I cut it off right before they was about to start talking about Apex because I saw what was lined up for what they was going to talk about. And yeah, for me, and I can only speak for myself, and I can't speak for if anybody else cared about those games. I came in when y'all was talking about FIFA. It was trash for me. Nothing that I wanted. So F minus minus.
Shout out to Jody. Anyway, Jody's corner. Go ahead, D2K. What's your grade? EA.
Before I give it a grade, do they realize that they have these huge bars on the screen behind them?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind. That's what they. But still, that's kind of distracting.
I agree.
But anyway, I think an F is too high of a rating for it. I think they'll give this conference a Q. There's no reason for them to even be doing conferences. I don't know who told them that they could or should, but they need to stop. I mean, I don't really see the purpose of third parties making conferences in the first place, especially when a lot of your games are going to be showcased on some of the major companies anyway, like Sony and Microsoft. In the past, So there's no reason for you to make a conference, spend all that money showing us games we're going to see elsewhere, games we don't care about. For what? What are you getting out of that? So I mean, you see a major console publisher like Sony bowing out of the whole freaking thing. So what are you doing there for? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. So no, I'll give it a Q minus.
I'm gonna go with D2K, and I'm gonna get it. Now that we know our ABCs, next time it was trash, man. Madden was interesting. The whole zone, option to get your player into the zone, that was cool. I don't know how that's gonna work in real game, scenarios, but that looked cool. But everything else was just utter trash. The presentation was trash. The way that they talked about the games was boring. It was a snore fest. It was dumpster fire. I don't even use these type of terms, but it was all that. It should have been taken out in the backyard and shot like Old Yeller. It was all that. It was just bad. And it don't even deserve an F. it don't deserve a letter grade at all. It was EA. That's what it was. It was EA trash, So let's jump to Microsoft, and I'm gonna go in the same order. K-Bum, what's your verdict with your overall take from what you saw of Microsoft's press conference? What's your verdict?
I would give it like a C plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away by anything. I wasn't disappointed by anything either. So to me, it would be like a C plus.
Okay, all right. Keith,
I give it a C. Again, just like K-Bone said, I wasn't blown away by anything as well. Nothing really truly stood out, but it wasn't like there wasn't nothing there that I wouldn't play. Because there is things that I play, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to run out and go get it. So definitely a C.
What is this they showing right now? They were just showing what was that? This game they were showing on like a phone. Okay. I don't know. Go ahead, D2K. What's your grade?
I'm gonna give it a C minus. I think that this was not a show that Microsoft really needed. They're not in a position where they can phone one in, so to speak. And I think they kind of felt like they did that with the show. They could have did a lot better. It was just okay. And Microsoft needed to do better than just okay. They needed to knock it out the park. But Sony is not. When you're running unopposed, you can't just have an okay conference.
Right.
There's no excuse for that because all the eyes are on you. And nobody has to divide their attention and say, okay, I'm going to do Microsoft today. I'm going to do Sony tomorrow. No, everybody's watching on you. You have to stage for everybody. The whole conference, E3, is anchored on Microsoft. And, you just basically hit a single instead of hitting a home run.
Okay. I'm with D2 on this one again, man. I feel like Microsoft. I would give Microsoft a C. If normal E3s, if it was under a normal E3 situation, meaning everybody was there. They, this would be a C effort. But the fact that you don't have the competition of Sony to contend with, and basically between today, tomorrow, you gonna be the talk. I'm gonna give it a D, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you a D. I would give it a C if Sony was there. I'm giving it a D because this was their show. This was it. I mean, Nintendo ain't finna do a press conference, so I'm not even gonna put the Nintendo Direct because they're not doing no 2-hour presentation. I feel like this is about 45, 50 minutes too long. Many of the games that they showed were not deserving of being shown. I think they started the show backwards. They started off with the wrong game. I think if you're going to start off with any game, maybe start off with Cyberpunk or start off with Halo. Start off with Halo, end with Cyberpunk, or start off with Cyberpunk and end with Halo. But you started off with games that nobody was caring about. You know what I'm saying? Then you get to Cyberpunk. Huh?
They started off with a game that nobody cared about the day before.
Right. So it's so to me, Phil Spencer, to me, I think Scarlett's going to be an awesome system. It sounds like it's going to be something amazing. But to me, this was his year to shine, and he didn't. When we only talking about the young lady who stepped out, that she was a pretty young girl, that's it. That was like the highlight of your show, wasn't the game?
That was close to it.
That and the Keanu Reeves part, that was
Keanu Reeves. Which is not even your direct. Both everyone's getting it, but
yeah. So I'm gonna give it a D because of that.
I mean, Ori looked beautiful though.
Ori was great, but that's what I'm saying. You had about an hour or 40, at least 30 to 45 minutes of unnecessary footage. You could have shrunk this down to about an hour, and you would have knocked it out the park. If you cut out all that stuff and just had Cyberpunk, Keanu Reeves, the young lady with the pass. Bill's
you said with the what? Oh, that was a P in front of that word. Okay, I'm sorry.
With the pass, I said game pass, right? Ooh, K-Bug, you was dirty. You was dirty when I just caught that. Don't overlook K-Bug for this show.
I had to spell it out of my head.
Overlook him. But I said pass with pass. Lord, Jesus.
Oh,
Game pass. Y'all go back and listen. I said pass. Anyway. Oh, boy, that was a good one.
Thank you, BTK, for catching that, man. I appreciate it.
I gotta get my thoughts back. Anyway,
I appreciate that.
To me, it was about a 45, 50 minutes overkill. They didn't have enough to cover the amount of time that they decided to have it. And to me, I think this is what Sony brilliance is showing, that a year that they step out, Microsoft fumbles.
Microsoft usually does great, though. I mean, not great. I usually give Microsoft a higher grade.
Yeah, this was not good, man. And it wasn't good because you don't have Sony to anticipate. So this is it outside of Nintendo.
Yeah.
This is it. This is what you're anticipating is Sony. I mean, it's Microsoft, because you ain't going to see Sony tomorrow. So for that reason, I'm giving it a D. It just didn't do it. It didn't do it for me. And dude, they didn't even show Gear. They didn't even Gears of War 5 didn't even do it. Halo was about Halo and Punk, which Punk ain't their game. So can I really give them a whole lot of credit for a game that they ain't creating? It's a multi-plat. So that could have easily been at Sony's press conference. See what I'm saying? So
yeah.
What's special about you showing it? So based on what's special about your system exclusively, that was trash. That was okay. It was all right. It was Ori. We've seen that many times, and it was beautiful then. It's beautiful now. You had the Game Pass with whatever that young girl name was. She was cool. It's nice to know that they got a young ebony queen as they what was she?
Like VP or something, right?
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then Scarlet and Halo
and Project Cloud.
And Project Cloud, that was it. And DJK hit it with the nail. They ain't sold me on Project Cloud. they ain't make me be like, oh, we got to get that. I think Stadia did a better job of presenting their cloud offering than Microsoft did. I'm not gonna say it's better because we don't know. But overall, I ain't gonna say I was bored, but I wasn't impressed. I was like, this is an average press conference, but because of the scenario, I gotta dock you. You supposed to kill this. And I'm gonna do Nintendo the same way. Nintendo better kill it with that 45 minutes that they got with this Nintendo Direct. Oh, I'm gonna give them the same grade. Like, dude, y'all, Sony gave y'all an olive branch, bro. They not there.
Well,
y'all
see, that would really, make this a whole lot worse if Nintendo does come out and kill it with their Direct on Tuesday. So obviously they already filmed whatever it is that they're going to show, so something like they have any time to change anything. But still, if whatever they had planned ahead of time is better than what we saw from Microsoft, then that kind of puts Nintendo in a better light, and Microsoft in a worse light, and it kind of makes Sony look like geniuses for not showing up.
I don't want to jinx it because when I believe Nintendo finna knock it out the park, that's be the year they just totally underwhelmed me. So I'm gonna hush. I ain't coming in with expectations. I'm just coming in and see what they're gonna do. But like you said, it is set up to where they should. If they do a good job, man, it's really gonna stand out.
Well, let's do some quick predictions of what we think they're gonna do, since we're not gonna talk before it happens. So.
Okay, go ahead. I guess we can go. Dang, how long have we been on here? We're going on 2 hours, right?
2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I guess I will start with K-Bomb since he'd probably be the one that don't have many. Get him on out the way.
Yeah, bro. That's all we doing here, bro.
With you, man. Go ahead.
You not gonna have many. Go ahead and let him say his little two pieces, little garbage. He don't play no Nintendo. Look at that garbage.
Sony, so you ain't finna say much on this. So go ahead. Sony left you hanging this year, bro. You know that.
So I don't know what Nintendo doing. I would actually be surprised if they talked about a Pro in the E3. Whatever say they not. That's right. Didn't they say they weren't talking about an E3?
That's what they said.
They didn't have anything planned. Okay. They didn't say anything about E3, but they said they didn't have a Pro planned for right now. That's what I remember last time.
They're going to show it when they show it.
Yeah.
No, he said they were not going to show any new hardware at E3.
Oh, okay. And you're right, K-Bum. I was wrong. Go ahead.
That's all good. I don't know. I don't. Without that, I don't know what else they kind of have in their bag to actually present and show. So
okay.
I know they have all type of IPs, but as far as what's next or what they're going to do, I'm not sure what that actually is.
All right, D2.
Well, let's just get the obvious stuff out of the way. I would expect to see, Luigi's Mansion 3. I would expect to see the Bayonetta 3. I would expect to hear about the next installment of a Mario game, whatever that might be. Even if something's way off in the horizon. I don't expect to see or hear anything about Metroid Prime 4 because they have to restart the whole project. And I don't see how you can really get anything together in that short period of time that would be worth showing. It just wouldn't work. I mean, they could do a CGI trailer or something in a short period of time from when they said they were restarting the project until now. But as far as actual gameplay, there's nothing that they can show. So I don't expect to hear anything about Metroid Prime 4. I expect to hear about something more to the online experience for Nintendo. Something, either some new games that weren't available that will be available now, like some N64 games or something like that on Nintendo Online. I think that's something that they desperate. I mean, they really need to go all the way up to the Wii. Perfectly honest with you, they need to put all that on Nintendo Online. Even if you have to charge extra for it, it needs to be there. The things that I would like to see, I don't really know. I mean, I'm the person that feels like making the Switch Pro would be kind of superfluous, because there's nothing that you can really do that would be that useful. It would kind of be a waste of money, because even if you made the most powerful portable system you could possibly make, it's not going to change in the fact that you're still going to be way behind whatever Microsoft and Sony are doing. So you just invested all that money into nothing. And if Google Stadia is what we have been talking about, then the Switch is completely superfluous unless you want to play Nintendo games. Because if I can play games in 4K, at 35 megabits per second on my TV, or if I can play, next gen quality games on whatever device I have in the house, why do I need a Switch? So they're going to have to think of something that somebody else is not thinking about, or they're going to have to jump on board with somebody else. So, pardon me, I'm sorry about that. Somebody's stupid alarm going off outside. But they're going to have to think of something, very dynamic and real quick.
Right. Okay. Keith,
doing predictions?
Yeah, like what do you expect from Nintendo's digital event? I guess that's what they call them now.
I'm gonna surprise you though. I don't have any predictions. I'm going in with a blank slate. I'm not trying to hype myself up. Nintendo, y'all show me what you got, and if I want to put my money down, I'll put my money down. I don't have anything. And I told myself the other day, I think I was watching Red Knight's video, and he was talking about his prediction. I was sitting there thinking, like, you know what? I'm just gonna let Nintendo tell me what they gonna show me, and I'm not gonna have any expectations. So I don't have any predictions. So.
Okay, that Red Knight video was good. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I don't have any high expectations because I know how these years go. When you expect Nintendo to do something tremendous and amazing, they don't, and the year you don't, they do. So I'm gonna choose to not expect nothing and hope to be blown away. But I do have a few predictions. Well, of course, we know we're gonna see, like D2K said, we're gonna see Luigi's Mansion 3. I think it's gonna be a great looking game. I believe you're gonna see a lot of Astro Train from Platinum Games, and that's why I don't think we're gonna see anything on Bayonetta.
What you say? Astro Train from the Transformers?
Astro Chain, right? I said chain, didn't I?
You said Astro Train. You didn't say Astro.
Astro Chain. Astro Chain.
Astral Chain. That's what you're trying to say.
Astro Chain. Because Platinum Games is making that game, I don't think they will. If they were to go into Bayonetta, it's gonna be short. But I don't think they want to do anything to hamper the sales of that game, being exclusive to the Switch. I think that game is coming because Bayonetta is not ready.
Well, simply because of that, I don't think it will make a difference. If Bayonetta 3 is way off in the distance, and it's not going to, especially if the Astral Chain is coming out like this year, and Bayonetta 3 has still got a couple of years in the oven. They got to bake. That's not going to hurt anything.
No, I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I just don't think with only having 45 minutes, I just don't think they're going to give any time to Bayonetta, because I don't think they're going to spend more. I'll give Platinum all their time to Astro Chain. But that's just a prediction. They could show it. I got a surprise prediction. I do believe that we're going to see something about Metroid Prime 4, even if it's in development, and have like a discussion about its development from not Platinum Games, but Retro Studios. So yeah, I believe that's going to happen. Probably gonna see some Animal Planet, some more on Mario Maker 2. I think a surprise that's been heavily leaked is Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is going to be ported to the Switch.
What's Animal Planet?
Did I say Animal Planet?
Yes, you did.
What is it? Animal
Crossing?
Crossing. My bad. I'm tired. Animal Crossing.
Animal Planet and Astro Train.
Yeah. I ain't even got enough image to fight off of. You got me. Good wise thing. But yeah, but I think Witcher 3 is going to be ported over to the Switch. And I believe there's going to be, and this is why I'm saying I'm trying to keep my expectations low, but I believe there's going to be another unexpected port from some company, whether it's like a Call of Duty or something that we ain't expecting to show up on the Switch alongside like Witcher 3. And it could be a Grand Theft Auto 5, it could be something, but something else is going to come that's going to be shocking. Now, I will hope that Retro Studios will have something to show that ain't Metroid Prime that they were working on, something new. I will hope they will have a new IP that we haven't heard of. Maybe Pikmin 4 or Pikmin 5 or whatever. Which pick is Pikmin 3? So Pikmin 4 would be the next one, right? Yeah. So something like that. I'm not because I don't believe we're gonna see any new hardware. I really don't. Well, if we do, it ain't gonna be a Pro. It's probably gonna be a Mini. To have something for kids to buy to get that group in. We definitely gonna see some more on Pokemon. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna. Like I said, I'm going in like Keith. My expectations is a little docile and a little subdued intentionally, so that if I'm disappointed, I'm not highly disappointed. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I thought Microsoft was gonna blow it out the park. I did. I thought I was really hyped for Microsoft. I was more hyped for Microsoft than I was Nintendo's because of the situation. I just thought Microsoft was gonna come through and just bulldoze it down with Sony not being nowhere in the picture. They were gonna put it all on to put pressure on Sony down the road. And it seemed like to me, they like, man, pump the brakes. We need to see what they're gonna do before we just open up the cover and let everybody see what we got. Because Sony good for changing stuff in the middle of things. So that's my prediction. They are. I mean, we knew Sony was finna do the deal.
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just laughing.
They do that. Oh, you gonna do that, Microsoft? Okay. We're not doing what they're doing. I bet Microsoft was so mad. Like these jokers, we just had a handshake agreement in the back that we both gonna do this. They're gonna pull it out last minute. But anyway,
they got them again.
Yeah, so that's my prediction. Nintendo, I believe they got a lot of solid games. I don't know if they got anything that's gonna blow us away. I think Astro Chain is the game I'm highly anticipating to see. But I do believe we're gonna see something on Metroid Prime 4. Maybe not gameplay, but development ideas and the fact that it's in development. Maybe show us some designs and concepts, something like that. I can see Nintendo doing that because of the fact that this game was supposed to be out and in our hands, and they delayed it. I think they would throw us an olive branch and give us some information on it. There might
be some announcement of Metroid Prime trilogy reboot or port to the Switch.
Oh yeah, I got one more. Well, I mean, if they can give us a cheap font with 4 on it, they can do something. That's what they did last time. They gave us a Metroid Prime cheap font with a terrible 4. Now here's the thing, and
how many years ago was that?
2, and And I'm laughing because
people said they won.
As I said that, I'm thinking about what Red Knight said in his video, where he said that was an ugly font, and he's talking about Faison not even being in the game anymore. But I was like, I remember when I said this mess was trash. People was like, it was, but at least it's in development. I'm like, we all know this game is in development, and he was kind of clowning that. It was funny, but yeah, if they can do that, they can show us something, in my opinion. And what I also think is Nintendo gonna have something VR related. That's what I had. I wrote that down so I remember. I think they're gonna have something VR related because of the success of the VR Labo kit. I think they're gonna have something VR related. It might be connected to the Labo kit again, but Nintendo is definitely going to expand on that VR stuff. So them my prediction. I don't think I don't if it's Labo kit VR, I'm gonna be upset. But if Nintendo actually make a dedicated headset for if you don't want to buy Labo kit and you can play that Mario and that Zelda, you want to experience that without having to buy a Labo kit, I think that would be smart. But because you don't really need the Labo kit to play those games, you know what I'm saying? So it's just cardboard. So you could probably make some plastic and bend it up and some cheap plastic goggle headset for VR. You could do something like that real cheap and let people experience that already own them games who don't want to go out and buy a Labo kit. So something like that, yeah, I'm trying to keep cool, man. I don't want to say anything else because then I'm gonna start getting excited. But maybe some new Joy-Cons, some new ideas, and new games around the controller and the the motion control of the controller. Wii Sports or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's my prediction.
Wii Sports, they still making that?
Man, I would love a Wii Sports. I would love for a Wii Sports to come. Because that's what me and my wife play. Like, that's one thing your friend K-Bum would play. That's one game she would get down on anytime I offered to, hey, let's play this. She was down for that bowling. She was all for it. And, I think the Wii U missed that. And I think the Switch could capitalize on that with the concept of the Joy-Con. So,
and that's why I say that they need to go ahead and push all these games from the Wii back on the online. So you have Wii Sports that you can download onto your Switch and play it with the Joy-Cons.
Okay.
So, yo, Phyllis, I'm about to hop off.
Yeah, we about to get out of here. So we finna drop off now. So that's the show, guys. Let's do our final words. Anything else before we go?
Yeah, I got something since was the one that said it. God of War, I haven't even played that much of it. God of War is already amazing. And thank you, K-Bum, for bringing up the that video.
That was me. I did that. Don't give K-Bum credit for
no, the Kratos video.
I'm messing up.
No, I'm just playing. Whoever raising Kratos, it really helped. I really hate the fact that they want our voice and our likeness, but they don't want us to look like the character in the game. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Yeah. But so far, it's amazing, and I can't wait to get back on it later and see what this thing takes us.
Oh man, you in for a trip, boy. You in for a trip.
Story, man. Like, and you saw the actor.
Okay, Bum, you ain't finna go. We gotta go. You finna go into a whole 20 minutes. So,
I'm done, man. I'm done.
You got K-Bum all up. See, man, it's so man. Like this dude finna go on 20-minute spill on this game. Go ahead, K-Bum. What was you finna say, man?
I have nothing to say with you, man. I'm done with you, man.
All right, DJ, go ahead. I mean, you don't do this part. Okay, so go ahead, K-Bum. Your final words, man. What you gonna say?
My final words is forget level here. My final words.
He walked away.
Oh yeah, walked away from the mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nah, I'm saying my final words is forget level head. I'm done with that. That's my final word. No, I'll say no. So I don't know, man. This E3 has been sort of a leg down so far for me. So I hope they can regain my interest in the next couple of days, since E3 doesn't actually start until Tuesday. So maybe they can regain my interest, because I am excited for that Avengers game during the Square Enix conference. So
you said it starts when Nintendo's press conference starts. Boy, that's powerful, boy. I ain't know you thought like that, K-Bub. I thought it started on Monday with Sony, but you said Tuesday.
okay, yeah. So that Avengers game, that's what I'm most excited for, man. I want to see when that drops, man. That's I've been waiting behind the scenes, waiting for them to say something about that Avengers game. It's been in production for a while, so I'm excited about that. That's the last, as of right now, last thing I'm excited, and to see some more Cyberpunk, because that game just looks amazing.
Okay, well, I enjoyed y'all tonight, and the people in the live chat. It's been a minute since we've been on here, so we apologize for the hiatus. We're gonna try to get back on our regular routine with the show, and we'll probably try to come back and do something for the Nintendos, and I think Ubisoft, and who else is left? There's maybe one more, right? Ubisoft and who else? Square, yeah. So we have our thoughts for them. If not Thursday, definitely on Thursday. But let me make sure. Let me see what I got going. So we should be back Thursday. So if not, we have something prepared for you before the week is out. But till then, y'all stay blessed and stay safe. This was the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Till next time, folks. Deuces.